Welcome back. Of course, this is the News Super Review this morning. Our panel in place, we have Ken Busiro from the PD, Honorable David Sankok, and we also have Madam Beatrice Alachi, Speaker of Nairobi County. Let's look at some of the tweets that you're sending us. You can tweet us as well at K24 TV, or you could also get us on 21222 if you feel like you want to SMS us. Kevin N. Mungai, this is a country that only wants to eat, eat, and eat without producing, and only a few are doing the eating. That's how he feels as far as this issue is concerned. Bob Kiarie, I agree. Most people look up on politicians like bosses and expect them to feed them. Virginia Kangon saying, watching from Kiambu, laughing the discussion right there. Beth Moirore, this is funny. People are still getting salary increments with this state of economy. And that's the question right now, because we are seeing firms closing, hiring freezes happening. So the last thing you want to see is an increase in terms of salary if it's not reflective of the economy at large. We have another tweet from ENR. This Jubilee government wasting taxpayers' money every day. They have new projects such as the dams and SGR. I'm tired of wasting my time voting with my empty promises. It's that time to move to a more serious country. He goes on to say, such as Rwanda.
Yes. It's his choice. But anyway, from the tweeters, Babu Wino, I had the Twitter from Babu Wino. Jeff.
Yes.
Babu Wino will be the first Luo president. That is my prediction. And then again, if somebody wants to move away from this country, you have all the freedom. But I can assure you, the best you can do is to change where you are. Yeah. Start from you. But you are a coward if you have to run away from your country simply because, by the way, those who in Rwanda are running to Kenya. You are running for, you'll just be like a gazelle running up and down until from a leopard to a lion. Keep that feedback coming in at K24 TV, and let's switch gears a bit.
But why would he run away?
It's hopelessness.
No.
That's what he's saying.
Why are you going to where people are in order, and you in your country, you have more rights, you like saying we have to do all this. In Rwanda, you won't do that. That is why things move. Things move where there's some dictatorship. So if Kenyans,
is that what we need?
Well,
a benevolent dictator?
Not a benevolent, but at least you need some people to just say when there's order, accept order. So when you're running to Kagame, just know he has put in order. That's why things are working. And people have appreciated that they want to see change. So also, even us as a country, do we want to see that change? If we want to see that change, why do we complain too much? Why, when things want to move, we are the ones complaining. We are the ones saying it is wrong. We are the ones saying we didn't do public participation. Kenyans, we are always in court to stop everything that is good coming around us. So don't run to Rwanda. Change here and change and accept your country. Be patriotic to your country. And we will change. It is the best country in Africa. Very quick comments on this in terms of moving forward with this one. Is that what we probably need? A tougher presidency, someone who says this is the line we're going to toe, and this is it. No discussions.
I think at the end of it, we just need discipline and good manners as a country. If you're a good leader, provide the leadership, have the integrity, people respect you. But if you are an indisciplined leader, people will not take you seriously.
Right.
And we lack that. We have created what we call a sense of entitlement that has run from the top to the bottom. I own this. This is mine. No wonder that guy is saying, because he's thinking about himself. And I think he's symptomatic of very many people who don't want to confront the problems they have. We have a problem in this country. You walk through industrial area, it tells you how desolate we are. And let's not lie, we have to go back. No country has moved ahead without the primary level of production, which is agriculture. We must begin there so that you keep that farmer happy, the farmer will have productivity, and then you can value add. Economic policies are on their head in this country, and we cannot do a welfare society when you don't have the money. No wonder we are borrowing every day to please people. It's like we don't have tomorrow. I live today. I can set the house on fire. Whoever comes will know where to sit in what corner.
You can see clearly a tweet that has brought in another angle to this particular debate. So please keep on tweeting us at K24 TV. However, we'll switch gears from matters wage bill to the political story of the day. Yesterday, a section of Jubilee MPs calling for nominated MP Maina Kamanda to be stripped off his seat. This after he decided to give his full support for the ODM candidate as far as Kibra election is concerned. And that therein, because this was done press conference, standing next to Honorable Raila Odinga, people wondered, okay, fine, there is a Jubilee candidate in this constituency, so it wasn't lack of choice. How do you move forward? How do you bring this parliamentarian, this member of your party to order, Ole Sankok? Because there is a candidate, and he's chosen to go for a rival candidate.
I don't normally want to discuss my colleagues, especially nominated one, because personally I have a constituency, I represent person with disability.
Right.
To who Maina Kamanda represent, I still I'm not aware.
What are these questions?
He will come and explain to me who he represents actually in the National Assembly. But now,
Honorable
the issue is that there is a party.
Let's wait before you get to that part, because this is a question you're asking now,
Yes.
in terms of which constituency he represented. But as he got the nomination, that question was never asked by anybody who he represents, because now we have realized he's not young, we've realized he's not a woman, we have realized he doesn't have disability. But how many years on are we asking this question?
You know, we have not realized that he does not have a disability. It's only after assessment that we'll realize that probably he does not have a disability. That is why I'm saying I don't yet know which constituency he represents. But anyway, that is up to him to come and explain if you have a hidden disability. You know, people can even have disability of not even be able to give birth. You know, that is also another form of disability. You know what happened? You know. So what I'm saying,
that's definitely on a light note. But how do you deal with this particular issue right now?
Of course, there is a party act. Is it a party? Yeah, the party act. It will use those instruments to make sure that everybody toe the line of the party. If you don't toe the line of the party, because that is what it is. If you don't believe in the manifesto of Jubilee, you get out of Jubilee. Right. You have all the democracy. We have seen, even the Right Honorable Raila, when he did not believe in a certain party, he went to NDP, and there was a by-election. Now, because you are nominated, there will be no by-election. It is the party instrument to go and sit down and nominate another person who can represent the ideals and the manifesto of the party in parliament. So I think Maina Kamanda is as good as he have already lost his seat in parliament.
Honorable Elachi, let me bring in on this in the sense that from where we stand, it seems like within the party, some members are more equal than others. We've seen fracas before from Maina Kamanda at a church. He wasn't brought in for questioning. Now we've seen him openly, it's not even hidden anymore, supporting a rival candidate. He said it's in the spirit of the handshake. We're still calling for the parliamentary group meeting, but you have a candidate, Beatrice Elachi. There is a candidate that you're fronting. How can you go for someone else?
Well, you know, that is now the question we have to ask the president. You know, I've always said, you know, be honest to ourselves. The day the president decided, because we were never there, the same Jubilee members who we keep on fighting, I don't know what we say, have never gone and had the braveness to have a PG and call in the party leader and ask him, why did you decide to have a handshake? Why? I would want the party to do that. And that's why I've always had that issue with Jubilee, that as our party, we have a party. Forget now the president. He's the president, yes, of the Republic of Kenya, but he's the party leader. Now, if Jubilee members are real Jubilee members, they have a right, their constitution gives them the right to call in the party leader and ask him, why did you have the handshake? And what was meant for the handshake? And if the party leader came out and say, I have, as the party leader, as a presidential candidate, called in my opponent, and we have to work together for the sake of this country. And Kamanda now comes out and says, I am there because you decided you have a handshake, and this is for handshake. Let us try and see if we can have that peace in this handshake, in this by-election. So when you come in and you question Kamanda, and we have many other issues that are rocking the party than this one of Kamanda. And by the way, Kamanda was nominated by the party. And there's a structure of the party. And when you're nominated, you can, it doesn't mean, he was nominated because of persons with disability. I believe Kamanda was nominated, he's elderly. There are elders in this country. He can
that's the constituency.
That's the constituency.
Jimmy Angwenyi can represent them well.
Jimmy Angwenyi is a member of parliament. And by the time, if Jubilee, we are honest, why didn't we ask that question when the party was nominating Kamanda?
And that's the question you're asking now, because it's come
why are we asking when he has already been gazetted? I think if we were a good party and within the values that they believe, that others are believing in now, we needed to have asked then, why are you nominating? And the same party leader is the same party leader who nominated Commander.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think the person we need to be asking, and I'm saying this, I've repeated, any question you ask any member in Jubilee, the right person to ask is His Excellency the President of this country, because it is within him that he felt that it is right to bring the country together.
Mr. Busiro.
Now, for Commander to go and say this is that is Commander, he's a Nairobi leader, he has been there for many years. He's not been nominated all the years. I think he has been a member elected for many years in Nairobi also. So can we wait for the president to come back? And I would want the leaders, let us not ask it on media. Let us look for our president and ask him that question.
Okay, of course, as you can see.
And there lies the problem.
The leadership.
Do we have a party? Or we have somebody's personal property and other guys? Do you have any shareholding in Jubilee? Because
Yes,
this is a question I'm asking you. When does the party begin to be the president and the president is the party? Those are the fundamental democratic questions we have to ask. Do you have a mechanism that can cause that leader to come and say, by dint of what we have done, can you come? Because you ask him, they ask him.
Yeah, the
that
Constitution gives it.
And why are you not activating those instruments?
Yes, that's what, and you know, they are our members in parliament. They know if you want to have a parliamentary group, you can also ask the Secretary General of the party that we are going to have a parliamentary group and meeting, and we will want to have our party leader, not the president at that time. Come in as the capacity as the party leader.
But we've heard the cries of let's have a parliamentary meeting.
Jeff, it's not about cries.
It's not happening.
Jeff, you know, they are talking from a point of not knowing, and I forgive them. Because they are discussing about the handshake, this issue of the handshake.
No, I'm not discussing the handshake.
You know, let me announce officially the death of the handshake yesterday. Yes, and it met its death during the motion on the IBC commissioners. Of course, the body is lying in the Kibera by-election mortuary, and it is succeeded by only one son, the notorious BBI, and a brother to the very naughty Punguza Mzigo boy. So anyway, it is already dead. You know, we just wanted. And let me today.
How is it dead?
You need to explain to us.
It is a very good metaphor you've used there, but how is the handshake dead?
Yeah, that's how.
You know, from the beginning, it was just a way of taming one of the very person who had decided to take Kenya. In 1982, he was mentioned in the coup. In 2007, he literally used the bridge of dead bodies to get to Sumkata and Sumkeka kind of arrangement. 2013, again, there was violence. 2017, again, there was violence. And we decided that we have to tame this person. But you cannot tame Raila using rungu. This guy have been in the street, have tasted jail, have eaten enough tear gas. He was alikuwa kwa barabara. So we decided let us use what we call psychological approach. And the psychological approach is that mtoto akiwa noisemaker unampatia responsibility ya kuwe class monitor. Yeye ndiye anaandika noisemaker. So Raila is actually writing noisemaker, my friend.
In principle, it sounds nice, but when you look at
it is the reality.
ODM still seems intact. It's Jubilee that has all this chaos.
Who's
taming who?
Which ODM, my friend? You know, the official opposition party is ANC. The ruling party is Jubilee.
Right.
Now there's an amorphous political NGO hanging. No, I don't know where it hangs. Where is ODM? Right. Is it in the opposition? Is it in the ruling party? It is not in the ruling party. The official opposition is ANC. The ruling party is Jubilee. ODM is just an amorphous political NGO. Aina direction. But
we're looking at the political climate. We saw what happened as far as the Prime Minister concerned in Kibra. We're looking at the Jubilee party right now.
What amazes me with Mheshimiwa is that this amorphous thing he calls, when it comes to election, his people in Narok vote for him so much.
Right.
So I wonder, are there amorphous people also in Narok? Because you find we can't even win the vote in Narok as a presidential. When you look at our presidential vote in terms of Jubilee and ODM in Narok County, they thrashed us so badly.
Elachi is very wrong. The
Really?
governor in Narok is Jubilee.
No.
The women rep in Narok is Jubilee.
No. You're not
4 members of
understanding.
parliament out of 6 are Jubilee.
Then what happens to this presidential vote? Because we even wonder.
Look at 2022. We had already finished up with it.
Then
Yes,
tell me
look for 2022.
Yeah,
We are already
but
finished with it.
for the previous times, my goodness, we go there, we campaign. In the end, when we are looking at the presidential vote, we are wondering, Sangok, you promised Uhuru some votes. Where are the votes? What happened?
2017 we won against Raila. 2017. It was only 2013 that we did not win against Raila. But in 2017,
the question right here,
you know, our people are very slow in changing. You know what has sizes.
So now they have changed.
Bado hatuja change culture yetu bado tuko nayo. Kwa hivyo.
But anyway, let's go back to the serious conversation.
In the sense that, do we feel, and it's a
don't.
question that had been raised in terms of who owns this party, and do you see like you'll ever have this parliamentary group meeting? We've had it. It's been there for so long. Will it ever happen? Will you have your grievances taken to the party leader?
I'm telling you, our party is very intact. And our party, as far as we are...
but everything
it is true.
shows a party that's fragmenting.
What shows? Are you now of our seer? Are you now a mind reader?
I'm talking about the future. I'm talking about what you're saying.
No, are you a prophet?
Honorable Sankok.
You know, even if you become a prophet, don't prophesy.
No, Sankok, you have your own party
Jubilee
member
party
campaigning for a member of the other party, for a rival party.
My friend, when we are in ODM, when we are
within your own party, fighting in churches.
What is wrong?
What is wrong with that?
What is wrong? No, I'm asking you, Jeff. What is wrong with somebody trying to defect to ODM? What is wrong with that?
We've had members
who are in ODM ourselves.
Yes, they brought fracas in a church. Members of your own party, along the lines of Tanga Kieleweke. You want to say that's a party that's still intact?
There's nothing like Kieleweke and Tanga. But there's only Tanga is Jubilee and Jubilee is Tanga. The only thing is that Kieleweke are people who want to defect to ODM, but normally you beat about the bush. Even us with William, when we defected from ODM, we did not come straight to Jubilee. We came to UDM, and then we came to URP. We beat about the bush, and then we came to Jubilee. So these guys are going to Kieleweke to defect Pole Pole to ODM where they belong. Let them go. And they, as a democratic party, we release them with wholeheartedly. We don't have any complaint.
You know,
but we have also
other things. But Sangok has told us something very serious.
Very fundamental.
Let me tell you. 2013, 2015, 2016, you remember how we went on this thing of IEBC. Now, when you stand on a podium in the morning and you tell Kenyans that now we have killed, you have just opened the wound. Because the other side will now feel, oh, so this is what we're going to play. We're going to go back to the same challenges we faced with all these IEBCs. So, Mheshimiwa Sangok should tell Kenyans that we have now a better policy or law that is going to manage IEBC, because IEBC is not managing just one election. Or this time round in 2022, you want to tell us we have no competition, or we don't want because when you say that, you must always remember our history of how we fight. We start fighting with these things called IEBC. Right. So I am hoping in the spirit of making Kenya not to go in any violence, they have put a law that indeed will never make us fight in this country because of elections.
The laws have always... the laws have always been there.
What I just want us, I want him to assure Kenyans, the law they passed, nobody's going to question, nobody's running to court, and it is a law that is clear to save us all. Okay, Honorable Sankok, before you have your say, I want Mr. Bosire.
No, I want to assure her.
We'll do that as we go into the break. You'll give that assurance as we go into the break. Mr. Bosire?
I think fundamentally, this is a flawed nature. I think Honorable Sankok, it's also important that we become honest. This honest that we are talking about, that Jubilee, the indiscipline, the mannerlessness, the infidelity to their own outfit is the cause of all these problems. If you want to have a structured kind of relationship in government, why not bring it out in the open? That is where the problem begins. Like you did raise a very fundamental question about nomination. Yeah. The abuse of this, did the president nominate Maina Kamanda to be his personal emissary? Was that the constituency was elected? Was he rewarded? Was he told, keep quiet because you lost in a typical electoral system? So what we are saying is, we need to get that structure. What is nomination? Define it. IEBC is not just for my party or anybody's party. It's for Kenya. We must have a bigger picture about this country. the moment we begin to say this is for, we do too many things for convenience as a country. And the political class leads in that convenience, in convenient kind of special purpose things to make them leaders of other guys. Unless we debunk this thing about myself and my 22, my 30 or something, we'll go back to the same nonsense of me versus him. It is Kenya we are talking about.
Right.
No wonder that person is saying that he wants to run away from Kenya. It is because the political leadership in this country does not want to confront the reality of the country.
Right.
What they do, they look for dodges and cracks and hide in there and hope that by tomorrow it will be fine.
Okay,
Jeff,
Honorable Sankok,
but I want to say-
Pilipili usioila ya kuashani. We are the members of Jubilee. We are saying Jubilee is intact. Why are you complaining about Jubilee?
It's not.
As a house, we have some little noisy boys, 2 or 3.
We have another member of
our
Jubilee who's talking about
our party
a problem within the
is
party.
100%
No, I'm not talking even
intact.
about the problem
Our party is 100% intact.
in the
It is
parties.
united. It's only that is a house that is bound to have one naughty boy here and there, but does not mean that there is any divorce in that house.
Okay, Honorable Sankok.
We are
That I agree with
We are a
Going to
party.
the break. We have 1
We are a
minute.
party.
We
We are a
want your
party.
assurance.
But I just
Let my
want-
party leader
IEBC
complain.
Yes.
Let my deputy
Sankok,
party leader complain,
Honorable Sankok.
but not Bosire complaining about my party.
Honorable
It's
Sankok, what
about
we're doing
my
is, as
country.
we go
It's
into the
about my
break, we want
country.
assurance as far as the electoral process and the IEBC is concerned,
Yes.
that it's not been hijacked
Because it's for
into
Kenya.
political
It's
fodder.
not for us,
Okay.
Jubilee.
That's
It's for
assurance we want us to
Kenya.
go into the break.
I'll
Yes.
give you. Yes, the assurance.
Yes, please.
Let me assure you, my brother, that what we passed in National Assembly is a very good bill for this country to remain intact. And Kenyans know that we have been changing the electoral system, but they have not solved our problem. We changed Kivutu. We changed Hassan. We are almost changing Chebukati. We have not solved our issues. Our issues is not changing IEBC commissioners. We have to confront the truth, and the truth is that there is a single denominator of violence in this country, that whenever he loses election, then there is violence. Whenever he goes and greet either Kibaki or Uhuru, then we are calm. So we already know the single denominator of violence in this country, that his hand or handshake or greetings, then will come the country. But without his greeting, the country will fly. So we know. So we have to deal and confront the truth. But the truth is not changing the IEBC commissioners. It's not. We have changed severally, and we have not solved our issues. Our issues is that there is somebody who will never accept to lose. And when he lose, when he's in the winning side, like the yes or no, because he was in the winning side, we had no violence. When we had the change of regime, the Rainbow Coalition, when we came into power in 2002, he was on a winning side. We did not have any violence. But whenever he is on a losing side, blood must be shed and people must lose their life. Kenyans must confront that
We'll pick it up
reality.
from there after the break, because we have
before
to
we go on
discuss
the
that
break,
very
let us
quickly.
finish also the matter of Commander. Commander was nominated like any other person. And I know there are many others in Parliament. We are talking about Commander. There are those who came from abroad directly
To get nominated.
to get nominated. They've
Example?
never known. Oh, you want to give the examples?
yes.
I will bring the names. It is
Bring.
good to bring the names,
Yes.
and everyone with their records, what they have done for Kenya, what you've never done for Kenya, whether you've even been in Kenya. Some finished and went back.
It's an abuse.
Give us a simple example.
I will bring.
It is good.
So that in Jubilee,
These are rumors.
if we want, no.
Give me-
I have said
Just one
it
example.
is good
Names will be brought.
to give their names.
There is no way
what they
of
have
mentioning
been doing.
Commander and you don't mention somebody else.
It is because
Sandok
we
is here.
mentioned, we
I've always
mentioned
been in this country.
Commander. That is why we are mentioning him. Now, we will bring the names of not just in Parliament. You want us to now redo the structure of how wrong it is to nominate people? I will do that, because
Okay.
I have also said it is wrong just to nominate for the sake
I've
of
never gone
nominating.
outside
Okay, we're
the
going to take a
country.
short break at this particular point
I
in
didn't say
time, but
it. But I
Madam
agree.
Malachi,